Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. So today I've got something a little bit different for you. It is not a Fox Body how-to, it is actually more of an opinion piece, but maybe in a roundabout way a little bit of a how-to, or how-to I hope things go in the future. So I've been thinking about this for quite some time, and I've had some conversations with some very good friends of mine on it as well, and they're in the Fox Body community, and the group of us are all of the same opinion on it. Now, I wanted to put this out there to you guys to open up the conversation surrounding this, and what this is that I'm referring to is Fox Body pricing, okay? Now, I know this is probably gonna ruffle some feathers, but that's okay, right? I'm not here to just, well, I kind of want to ruffle feathers a little bit, but I only want to do so I can open this up to the community and get some people's opinions on it. That's it. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. So what I figure I'll do is kind of pull the pin on this grenade and see what happens. I don't know, might blow up on me. But anyway, on today's episode, we're gonna be getting down to the bottom of the Fox Body pricing debacle. All right, guys, let's try and break this down. So, Fox Body pricing, I think we're all in agreement on the fact that Fox Body pricing has just gone like this, right? It's skyrocketing and still going up. Now that in itself is what I want to try to break down, okay? Okay, first things first, let me tell you a little bit of a story. So a good buddy of mine reaches out to me and another buddy the other day. We're on a bit of a group text, and he's got this car that he's found and maybe even considering buying, okay? It's a 4-cylinder car. It's kind of clean. It is a coupe, okay? So let's throw that out there too. What do you think, right? Like, okay, you know, looks all right. What's the guy asking for it? And as it turns out, he's kind of in and around that $4,000 range, okay? Now, I should also mention that this car needs body work. Like, I'm talking metal work, okay, not just a paint job. But I'll maybe touch on the paint here real quick too. So I've got a friend that's in the painting world, okay, professional painter. And I asked him not too long ago, because I still had it in my head from like the late 80s, early 90s time frame, where you could get a paint job for $2,500. You could paint a whole pickup for $2,500. Good, like $3,000 would be, you're up at the top of things, right? So I asked him, I said, like, what's a decent paint job worth these days? And this is buddy to buddy too, right? And he says, like, just for parts alone, like supplies, you're $7,500 to $8,000. And now you haven't even factored in the guy's time. And this is it. If you factor the time in, and he's doing it maybe after hours where you're not paying $120 or $150 shop rate, like you're $10,000 fast for a good quality paint job. I know you can find cheaper ones out there, but you see those coming from 100 miles out, bad paint jobs. You want good paint, right? So there you go, $10,000 this car needs thrown at it. Maybe more, because it needs metal work. Now, you know what I mean? For those of us out there, take for example, a lot of you guys probably watch my buddy's channel, The Infamous Project. Now, he is a skilled, he knows what he's doing in that world. He does tin work, and he paints, and he would. So for him, he could maybe look at that car and go, well, you know what, needs this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to put 60 or 80 hours into it, and boom, I'm willing to sacrifice that amount of time to get this car to where it needs to be. Then he's also gifted, very gifted in the mechanical world too. So do a 5.0 swap or whatever the case may be. He's probably somewhere in and around like fair money if you were to resell that car. But for the vast majority of us that don't know the first thing about painting a car, you are upside down just like that by buying this car. $4,000 for the car, $10,000 or more for the paint and body, and you haven't even 5.0 swapped the car yet. So have to go out and find a 5-liter, source a rear end, trans, all this good stuff, do the swap. So let's just say, round number sake, paint and body 10, full 5.0 swap, good quality stuff. Another 10, I don't know, for argument's sake, let's say. So you're $20,000 plus 4 to buy it. You're $24,000. I hate to break it to those out there that think that that car would be worth $24,000 resale, but it's not. I I know I'm getting a little harsh on my opinion here, but I truly don't think that car is worth anywhere near $24,000. Okay, maybe to the right guy or the right gal, okay, but not all day. That thing will not run off the shelves at $24,000. Now, God forbid, whoever goes and jumps on this grenade and gets into this car for 24 grand, let's say their life is cut short and their better half or the family member needs to sell that car for them. I really truly don't think they're getting 24 grand. Maybe mid-teens, 15, 16, I don't know, like if it's done very, very well. But just, yeah, like I guess that's the whole point of this video here, guys. So that individual, guy, gal, whatever, selling this car for $4,000, like, you got to realize that you're part of a community that is very special. We're all part of this thing, and it's all of us that make this thing special. Why do you want to hose somebody $4,000 for a car that needs another 20 worth of work just to get it to a point where it's like proper? You know, like, that car should be restored and it should be brought to not back to its former glory, because it was a 4-cylinder car. Let's bring it to the glory that it should have had. That poor thing took a right on the assembly line when it should have took a left and got a 5.0 put in it. But you know, like, that car, I would say fair money, $2,500, you know, and maybe you could get another 500 or 1,000 if you're really pushing it. But you know what? You're kind of hooping the community that you belong to by doing that. Now, are there cars out there worth $24,000? For sure. Okay. Now, another buddy, Gearhead 704. Great guy. If you guys aren't watching his channel, you gotta. He's a hoot to watch. He just had a car on his channel. It was part of a show that they were doing, or he was down at and touring around, him and his wonderful wife there. And it's a Bimini blue. Originally, I think it was a Canadian car. Yeah, that was the whole point of the story, was they were looking at it like, oh, what's different from the American cars that we're used to they're used to down in the States versus the Canadian ones. And there was some neat bits and pieces. I'll try and link the video for you guys so you can check it out if you haven't seen it. But anyway, that car, again, like I said, Bimini blue, coupe, all original. Like, the only thing this thing's missing is a window sticker. That car is worth well beyond $24,000. I mean, I don't even want to venture a guess. That thing's worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it, because it is an absolutely stunning example of a car that was pretty much bubble wrapped right off the showroom floor. So there are cars out there worth that. Now, that though, there's an interesting, in my mind anyway, an interesting story surrounding that. So let's say that car, again, for argument's sake, I don't know what it's worth. It's kind of like having a priceless sport card, you know, hockey card or baseball card. What's it worth? I don't know, whatever someone's willing to pay for it. But that's different than this 4-cylinder, because that car, if you go and buy it, let's say you buy it for $30,000, okay? You don't have to paint it. You don't have to 5.0 swap it. The interior's probably never even been farted in. You know, like, you have the value in that car is all there. You don't have to pour anything into it. And anything you're going to do to it, I would probably argue you shouldn't touch that car at all. It should be just left alone and well, toured around the car shows, like the one that Gearhead 704 saw it at. But, you know, like, the value's there. It doesn't need to be put into the car. Whereas these other ones, and a lot of these other ones, they need value put into them. And I'll just say, take it from someone. Now, I'm not, you know, the guru in the world here, guys. There's folks on YouTube, and there's probably more folks not on YouTube that are way smarter than any of us that can tell you this. But like, the money adds up in these cars real fast. You know, like, it's kind of like, if any of you watching have ever done a reno in a house, or heck, even just finished a basement or something to that effect, your budget is this, and you got to double it right away. Like, you can't. It just, things get out of hand. My green coupe, a lot of people ask me about, oh, you know, what did it cost you to do the motor work you did to it? And now all I did was, the car's a low mile car. Essentially, I was just going to pull the motor and reseal it. But one thing led to another. I got down the infamous Fox Body rabbit hole, and I ended up honing the block, new rings, new bearings. All that stuff is actually quite cheap, less my time to do it. But then I got into the big parts. I got into the heads, $2,000 plus. Cam, intake, and all the stuff, right? It added up so fast to make your head spin. My budget initially for that car was, I was thinking $3,500, maybe $4,000. I was north of $6,000. And then even like little stuff, this car, very clean example of a well-preserved Fox body. When I got it, I got $4,000 into this car without even blinking an eye. And you guys, most of you probably watched the videos, like just little stuff, door seals and, you know, clean this and fix that and whatever, like $4,000 now. Like it goes fast. So I guess where I'm going with all this, guys, is just, are these cars going up in value? For sure. All day they are. But we're all in this together, okay? And the individual that's selling a car that needs $20,000 thrown at it for heavy money, $4,000, $5,000, well, however much, right? $1,000. Like, come on. Like, you're once a Fox lover, always a Fox lover. Even if you're getting out of the game, I know you're going to be on Google, or you're going to be on YouTube, or you're going to be doing something. You're going to be looking these cars up because you're part of a community. So let's do this together. Let's keep it special. Let's not hoop each other. Let's all do this together. Okay? We'll preserve these cars. They're special. They all got a special place in our hearts. Don't screw each other around. Okay? Just find a good home for that car. Make sure the person that's taking it over is going to do good things with it, and give them a good deal. You know, let's not make this Fox body pricing thing any worse than it already is. Okay, all that being said, I've had a handful of folks reach out to me and say to me, hey, why don't you do a live stream? Now, I've never done a live stream, and I don't even really know how to set one up, but I'm going to figure it out because it seems like there's enough interest in them. And I thought, what better way to do a live stream than to actually have like an official topic we're going to discuss? And I figured this one would be a really good one because I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on it. So my idea is, I'm going to launch this video out there to you guys, let you get your heads around it, and probably make your blood boil a little bit because I threw all kinds of opinions at you here today. And then we'll all get online in a live format and we'll chat about it, because I think this world needs conversations, especially now. It's a little crazy these days, and we should all be talking about things and discussing things, and let's collectively come to some sort of common ground on all this and hopefully make our community better. So thanks a lot for tagging along, guys. I will post something on my channel letting you know when this live stream is going to be, and we'll all hopefully hop on and have a good little chat about how we manage this Fox body pricing debacle, crisis, whatever you want to call it, and hopefully make the community a little bit better. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I appreciate it as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye for now.